Hey guys, Ash Trades here, and in this video I'd like to backtest my silver bullet strategy throughout the whole of last week from the 26th of June to 30th June. I like to do this on the weekends just to get some more repetitions in, and it prepares me for the next week and it gives me like a feel for the market even though I'm in the weekend. So I hope this gives you inspiration to do this yourself and go backtest, because I feel like it's a great way to get more confidence in your trading and get some more data. So let's get into the video and see how this week went. If you wonder what tool I'm using, it's called Trader Edge. You can sign up in the description and get a 7-day free trial. Trader Edge offers tools like backtesting and much more. I would really recommend it if you want to become a better trader and gain confidence in the market by backtesting or doing a P&L calendar to keep an overview of your trades. So if you would like to have this tool, go to the description and sign up. So now we're on the charts. So what I like to do is go on the daily or the weekly time frame to look on draw and liquidity. The first thing we could see this week was that we had a fair value gap right here, and after this fair value gap have been filled, my bias is that we'll go up again because we're in a pretty big uptrend. So we also have this fair value gap as a target right here, and if you watch some ICT videos as well, you'll also see that he said after this was filled, we'll go up here. So yeah, that's how I get my bias for the week. Then I drop down to maybe the 1 hour or the 4 hour, and then I look for highs or lows or gaps and etc., where the draw on liquidity could be. And then I drop down to the 15 and look for gaps and draw on liquidity again. And after that, basically just go in on the 1 minute and then I observe what's going on. And you can also look on the 5, 3 or 2 minute for fair value gaps and etc. That's more for entries in my opinion. So let's see how Monday went. So now we're on the 9:30 open on Monday. Basically what I also do normally is go to regular trading hours, but I can't do that as I'm backtesting at the moment. I'll just do it without this time, but normally turn this on in the beginning of my trading session to look for the opening range gap or the new week opening gap. That's also like how you can get higher confluence trades as a draw of liquidity. It's just another confluence for trading like fair value gaps and etc. Yeah, I just wanted to tell you that before we begin. So let's begin this session and see what happens. Now we took out all the buy side liquidity right here. In this Judas swing, as you can call it, we can mark out the highs up here. And then go down to the 1 minute again and see what happens in the silver bullet hour from 10 to 11. Didn't quite have a market structure shift right there, so no entry. We took out the high right there. Now we had a market structure shift, so basically you can just enter right up here, put your stop here, and then put your stop loss, the fair value gaps right here, or you could also put it below here, but just put it here for now. And then let's see what happens. And boom, we had one win here and a 2.5 R. Normally I would also take partials, like maybe at areas like this or other types of liquidity or gaps, but like for this video's sake I'll just do this because it's easier and faster. So we have one win right now, so let's log it in. 2.5% added. Let's go to the next day. So we had a win on Monday. So what we have done now is fill out the fair value gap right here, daily one I marked out earlier, and now my bias has changed, and now I'll be looking for the fair value gap up here as another target. So bias is now long, but I can also take shorts if I see a good setup. We can also see on the 1 hour right here, we have some liquidity here taken out. And we took out some liquidity right here, and we basically respected the daily fair value gap right here. We didn't close outside of it with the candles, so yeah, I would say we are on an uptrend now again. But let's see how the market moves in the ICT silver bullet hour. Sweep another liquidity right here, so now we can look for some longs if we see a market structure shift. We took out more liquidity, all of this. Now we see a little bit of a market structure shift. If you have a really aggressive entry, you can enter right here, but of this right here, you could also look at the 2 or 3 minute time frame if you want more confluence, and you can see we didn't take out a swing high. So I wouldn't enter right here personally myself. I would wait for like this to get swept or this to get swept for a better entry or more safe entry in my opinion. Now we can see we took out another swing high right here. So what you can do is enter right here on the top of this and put a 5 pip stop loss and go for maybe a 2R right here. Go out and look for some liquidity. Yeah, we don't really have a lot of targets. Take our first partial right here, also at the high of this. So let's just move it up to 10 and see what market does. Not a lot of things happen here, so I wouldn't personally like this trade. I would maybe close it here because I've already taken a partial here and the market is not really moving how I like it. It's moving very sideways. Yeah, let's just put a win of maybe a 1 hour right here. Then let's go to the next day. So now we're on Wednesday. We can see how this day moved. We moved up a lot on Tuesday, took out a lot of liquidity right here, and we filled out some fair value gaps here. And we can see the candles respected this big fair value gap right here. So the next strong liquidity could be these fair value gaps here before we go up again. But my bias is still long because we haven't filled this daily fair value gap up here. So let's see how market does at Wednesday open. You can see we made some equal highs right here. Yeah, we went a little bit above, but I wouldn't say this was a liquidity sweep, so I would say high confluence that this get taken out. If we see some sweep of liquidity of this, then I'll look for longs. because my bias is still long. We have taken out a lot of sell side liquidity right here. So my bias is still long, so I'll only look for longs today. Took out some sell side liquidity again and take this quite out. So if we see a market structure shift, then I'll enter. Close above this, then I'll look for an entry. And we did it on this candle, and yeah, basically I'll just enter right here on this candle, put a 5 pip stop loss. Yeah, it's a bit sad you couldn't put it under here, but it moved very fast, and because we don't really have fair value gaps down here, it's not that likely that we'll go down again. So let's see what we can target. We have some equal highs up here, so we get a good 1.9 risk to reward ratio trade here. Let's see if we get entered. Did. Let's see if the stop loss it holds. And it did, and we hit the take profit again. So let's add that 1.9. Let's go to the next day. Now we're on the next day, and what we can see has happened is that we have taken out a lot of buy side liquidity again. Yeah, we took out some sell side liquidity right here. Before first day open, we filled this 15-minute fair value gap right here, and we respected it. So I would look for longs again. You could also look for shorts if you see a good setup, because we have a lot of sell side liquidity that was created on Wednesday down here. Then it could be a draw on liquidity in my opinion, but I'm still favoring daily fair value gap up here. We have not traded up, and we can see we have fair value gaps down here. If you look at the 5-minute, we also have one here. Let's just do the 5-minute. We also have a 15-minute fair value gap, and our next draw on liquidity is also up here. So let's see what the market did. We respect the 15-minute fair value gap right now. I also remember we had news on this day at 10. We filled the fair value gap after news came out, and we have a very big wick down, so you can both look for longs and shorts in my opinion. So what I did in real life actually was to long it right here of the 5-minute fair value gap because of my bias, then put my take profit up here. But you could in theory also go for shorts, because we now did a market structure shift right here, so you could also enter shorts right here. So yeah, let's just remove the long and go for the shorts instead. But yeah, you could do whatever you want. It's more like a personal preference. Let's put it up here. Do a 5 pip stop loss right here. Perfect. Let's see what market did. We now filled the 5-minute fair value gap. Respect it. Go up. It filled again. And now we went under again. And we got a good 1.75 risk to reward ratio trade. So let's lock that in. And let's go to Friday and see what happened on Friday. And we are now on Friday, and we can see we filled the daily fair value gap right here. So the next drawn liquidity could be up at this high or at this high. And we can also see we had a fair value gap over here, but we didn't respect it. Because we have taken out this daily fair value gap and we have been going up this much this day, I would normally not like to trade this day because it's a bit of a trend day. So it's hard to go in the opposite direction if you see a short, for example. Let's just do it for this sake. So let's see what market is. And took out this 1 hour high right here, this one right here. And if you see a market structure shift to the downside now, then we can enter a short. And yeah, we see one. So let's just go short right here. 5 pip stop loss. We can go a bit down. And then target a 2R. Normally, in a day like this, I would take partials very fast. So maybe just take a partial right here at the, maybe, how much is this? Yeah, 6 pips. Around that, I like taking it at that. But let's just see what happens here. Almost get stopped out. Make an equal high right here. We didn't take it out. Yeah, now we're stopped out. So you can both consider this a loss or a win if you took partials, but let's just say it was a loss. So yeah, we had an 80% win rate. I know I've traded this before and I knew a bit of what was going on. Yeah, basically the strategy is very simple. You look for sweeps of liquidity or targets of liquidity, and then you determine the bias, and then you look for like market structure shifts, break of structures, and then look for fair value gap entries. I really like this week. I traded it really well in real life as well. I had some really good results. Right here, you can see my results for this week. I had 4 winning days and 1 losing day. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something from it. It was Ash Trades here, and I'm out.